Okay, before we even get into this video, I want to give a shout out to Hydros, who made this Dokkan Battle database website. This is one of the best databases I've ever seen. It literally looks so good. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for doing the data mines, because this is awesome, being able to learn about the characters ahead of time so people can decide right when the banner releases if they want to summon or not. So today we're going to be going over these characters. This is one of the first times I am doing a Dokkan Battle news video. I am super excited to be going over this with you guys. So we have two side units. We have a new Piccolo and Magetta coming out. These are going to be the 130% lead characters. And then we also have two new main units, each of them presumably being on their own banner, with a new extreme int type hit coming out and a super tech type Goku coming out. And then we're going to get the super extreme Z awakening of agile Super Saiyan Blue Goku. So a lot of really good stuff coming to the game, and we already know about their kits. So starting with the side unit characters, we're going to start with Piccolo here, an actual ace up the sleeve Piccolo. His leader skill is Battle of Wits or Gifted Warriors, category key +3 and HP attack and defense +130%. His passive skill, a plan to hit the target. A lot of stuff to this right here. Basic effects, defense +200%, high chance of evading enemies attack, damage reduction rate of 70%. This is like stuff you used to see like on some of the best characters, and now this is a side banner unit. Absolutely crazy what Dokkan has come to these days. When attacking, attack +500% for every attack received. Damage reduction rate 10%, no more than 50%, so you can do 50% damage reduction. Attack 50%, no more than 500%. So I think that lowers the enemy's attack. That's kind of weird the way it reads, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. And then for every attack evaded, defense up +40%, up to 200%, so he's going to be tanky apparently. It does take a little bit to scale, obviously. And then for 4 turns from the character's entry turn, character's super attack will be sealed. Chance of evading enemies attack +20%. His own super attack will be sealed for 4 turns from his entry turn. That's interesting. If I'm reading that right, that's kind of weird. Okay, and then starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn, key +3 and attack +500%. Okay, that's making a little bit more sense. Attack +500% and performs a critical hit when attacking with 12 or more key. Chance of evading enemies attack +20% as the 3rd attacker in a turn. What an interesting character. That seems a little bit odd, but okay. So that is Piccolo. Here are his link skills right here. Brainiacs, Prodigies, Experienced Fighters, Gaze of Respect, Namekians, Cold Judgment, Fierce Battle. Honestly, not terrible, I guess, for the link skills there. And then categories he'll fit on are Namekians, Fused Fighters, Demonic Power, Representatives of Universe 7, Bond of Master and Disciple, Worthy Rivals, Superheroes, Tournament Participants, Earthbred Fighters, Battle of Wits, and Gifted Warriors. All around, like, the categories aren't bad either. So I mean, I think he's looking all right as a character. And then here's the medals you'll need to be able to awaken him all the way up to your status level 120 there. So make sure you guys are well, most everybody should have these, but when the event comes out, make sure you're grinding out those medals. And then we have the Toughbody with various ways of attack, Magetta, Universe 6 or Tournament Participants, category key +3 and HP attack and defense +130%. I'm actually probably more excited for this guy than the Piccolo. I think most people probably are. Like, there's not very many Magettas in the game. And then passive skill, Metal Men's Secret. Basic effects, key +1 and attack and defense +200%. Damage reduction rate of 30%. And then when receiving an attack and defense +200%. When all allies attacking in the same turn are Universe 6 category characters, randomly changes key sphere of a certain type, physical excluded to physical key spheres. That's an orb changer. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Guards all attacks. When attacking with 12 or more key, all allies defense +20%. Universe 6 category allies attack +20%. Yo, he actually looks like a decent support. That's not bad. When receiving a super attack, damage reduction rate of 20% temporarily. Damage reduction rate of 20% temporarily as well for that. And then after receiving a super attack, character will be stunned for 3 turns. What? What? Yo, why do they have like downs? Like, what are these downsides? Unless that's like, yeah, that has to be a downside. It says character will be not enemy. That's crazy. Okay. Super attack costs 12 key volcano explosion, causes supreme damage to the enemy, raises allies' attack and defense by 30% for 2 turns. Oh, that's actually not bad. There's so much support there. I can see they had to balance him a little bit. Only 2 categories? What the? Okay. Universe 6 and tournament participants, like, he seems kind of good, but then there's that big drawback, and then only 2 categories. His links, I don't know how I feel about the links either. Okay, I don't know. He looks cool, but is he gonna be good? I don't know. There's the all the assets for him, and then here's the medals you're gonna need for him from the hit event. Okay, so now we get into the good stuff. This is where we get the good characters. So, counterattack in the form of improvement, hit, Universe 6, rapid growth or accelerated battle, category key +3, HP +200%, and attack and defense +170%, plus an additional HP, attack, and defense +50% for characters who also belong to the tournament participants or super bosses. Ugh, interesting. How good is this actually? Those 2 categories make it a lot harder. The first 3 categories, solid. These 2, okay. Passive skill, full potential, activates the entrance animation when there are another 2 or more tournament participants. At least it's not Universe 6, okay. Category allies on the, or another Universe 6 category ally on the team upon a character's entry. So just 1 Universe 6 or 2 tournament participants to activate the entrance animation. Chance of evading enemies' attack +20%, defense +160%, and launches an additional super attack for 6 turns. Basic effects, key +2 and attack and defense +200%. High chance of performing a critical hit. High chance of evading an enemy's attack. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. So crits, evasion, additional attacks, like, he's looking good so far. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense +100%. For every attack performed, attack +60% within the turn. For every attack evaded, defense +60%, and chance of evading enemy's attack +6% within the turn. And then every time the character performs 3 or more super attacks in battle, attacked enemies' attack and defense down by 30% up to only once within a turn. Man, oh, that could have been cool. Seals the attacked enemy's super attack up to once within a turn. Interrupts the attacked enemy up to once within a turn. Wow. Okay, yeah, he's looking very good. When the target enemy is in the following status, HP is 60% or less, attack +60%, and attacks are guaranteed to hit. Oh my goodness. Active skill, improvement, changes stance due to improvement. Can be activated after the character performs 6 or more attacks in battle, or after the character evades 3 or more enemy attacks, including super attacks in battle. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder what's going to be better to build him for evasion, or if it's going to be better to build him for additional attacks. Interesting. It seems like at this point evasion would be better, right? But I don't know. Active transformation condition can be activated. We just read that. Okay, so it's going to then have the super attack. Wait, does it tell us the transformation skill? It tells us the condition. I don't think it tells us the actual transformation skill. Oh, we'll be able to switch here. No. Okay, I'll see if I can find that. But anyways, for now, super attack, 12 key, time skip, raises attack and defense, and causes immense damage to the enemy with a high chance of stunning them as well. So he has stun, he has the interrupt ability, he has the skill sealed ability as well. Like, he has a lot going on right here. And then his link skills look very solid. Supreme Warrior, Experienced Fighters, Cold Judgment, Warriors in Universe 6, that's meh. But Shocking Speed, Infighter, Fierce Battle, like solid link skills. And then categories, Rapid Growth, Universe 6, Super Bosses, Legendary Existence, Space Traveling Warriors, Tournament Participants, and Accelerated Battle. Really not bad on either. I'm actually pretty happy with both of those. Okay, so here is after the active skill, here is the transformation, and we got a whole new set of skills to go over. So, basic effects, key +3 and attack and defense +260% now, which is really good. Great chance of performing a critical hit, great chance of evading an enemy's attack, launches an additional super attack, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, so almost 2 guaranteed super attacks, at least 1 guaranteed, right? Attacks are guaranteed to hit. Attacked enemy's attack and defense down by 30%. Seals the attacked enemy super attack. he's broken. When attacking with 12 or more ki, attack and defense plus 160%, interrupts the attacked enemy. For every attack performed, attack plus 66% within the turn. Oof. Ooh, you want to build him for additionals now. Now looking at this, I was like, did you want to build him for evasion or additionals? Looking at the awakened thing, it's additionals all the way. For every attack received or evaded, defense plus 66% and chance of evading enemies attack plus 6% within the turn. But I think just right here, the additional attack like damage that you could end up hitting, I think the additionals are more worth it. You really want both additionals and evasion, but I think additionals are going to be more like what you want to lean into. And then when allies attacking in the same turn are Universe 6 category characters, foresees enemies super attack. Oh my gosh. When receiving an attack from an enemy who is hit by the character's super attack, chance of evading enemy's attack plus 16%. Oh my gosh. And then he gets an active skill, Time Skip Molotov. Causes ultimate damage to the enemy and deploys a single targeted enemy's attack. A single targeted enemy's attack for 1 turn. Condition can be activated when HP is 66% or less, or when facing only one enemy starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle once only. All right. Okay, and then all of this stuff pretty much stays. Oh, the link skills changed a little bit, but all the other stuff pretty much stays the same. Okay, so hit looking very, very interesting. If hit looks that good, how good is Goku gonna be? Goku's gotta be good, right? Like, okay, so we have the new Ceaseless Combat, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, KaioKen. Wow, what a mouthful. Leader skill, Representatives of Universe 7, or Full Power, Category Ki plus 3, HP plus 200%, and Attack and Defense plus 170%, plus an additional HP attack and defense, plus 50% for characters who also belong to tournament participants or superheroes category. I feel like full power superheroes represent. It's going to be kind of tricky maybe with the categories once again. I don't know. It's not bad. It's not great. Passive skill, intensified with the KaioKen technique, activates the entrance animation when there are another 2 or more tournament participants, just like hit. Basically, these are going to be very similar characters, right? Except for opposite of each other, or one representative of Universe 7 category ally on the team. Guards all attacks, so instead of evasion, it has guard. Guards all attacks, defense plus 170%, and launches an additional super attack for 3 turns. Basic effects, Ki plus 3 in attack and defense plus 200%, high chance of performing a critical hit, high chance of evading an enemy's attack, randomly changes Ki spheres of a certain type, tech excluded, to tech Ki spheres, so a Ki changer, that's pretty good. Attack and defense plus 200% when you are attacking with 12 or more Ki, defense plus 100% when HP is 70% or more, attack plus 100% when HP is 70% or less. Ooh, interesting. So you get more defense if you have more HP, you get more attack if you have less HP. It feels like it should be the other way around, but who am I? And then 1 or more tech spheres, tech Ki spheres obtained gives you attack plus 100%, launches an additional super attack as well. Wow, that's easy to achieve. Okay, that's nice. When all allies attacking in the same turn are representatives of Universe 7 category characters, attack plus 70%, chance of performing a critical hit plus 30%. After the character's or an ally's revival skill is activated, he will guard all attacks, defense plus 170%, launches an additional super attack, and chance of performing a critical hit and a chance of evading an enemy's attack plus 20%. So then he has a standby skill where he will enter standby mode, which he stands by for 4 turns. Condition can be activated starting from the 4th turn from the character's entry turn once only. And then you have the standby transformation where he turns into Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, KaioKen. We'll go over that here in a second. But right now for this version, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy while sacrificing 5% of his HP. He hurts himself, okay? Interesting. And then we have the link skills. Oh my gosh, look at the categories for Goku. So much bigger than the Universe 6 characters. And pretty decent links too. Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Over in a Flash, Prepared for Battle and Fierce Battle. Like really good link skills. And then categories, Pure Saiyans, Goku's Family, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Full Power, Realm of Gods, Kamehameha, Powerful Comeback, Mastered Evolution, Final Trump Card. Oh, I gotta breathe. Bond of Master and Disciple, Bond of Friendship, Bond of Parent and Child, Representatives of Universe 7, Superheroes, Turtle School, Accelerated Battle, Earthbred Fighters, Tournament Participants. Safe to say, he will be a versatile character and fit onto most teams. There are the medals you need to get him leveled up. And let's take a look at the Super Saiyan God version. I do want to see that. Get rid of this. Okay, so Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, KaioKen. This is after the standby. Representatives of Universe 7 or Full Power category Ki plus 3, HP plus 200%, attack and defense plus 170%. That all stayed the same, so nothing really changes here. Passive skill, this ends now. Basic effects, ki plus 10 and attack plus 200%. Changes ki spheres all to tech. Okay. When attacking with 10 or more ki, attack plus 159%. For every ki sphere obtained, attack and chance of performing a critical hit plus 10%. So basically a guaranteed crit with the change to that. Okay. Chance of evading enemies attack plus 10%. Within the turn before attacking. 10 or more ki spheres obtained launches an additional super attack. When the character or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd, he revives with 70% HP recovered. Okay, so there's the revival. Interesting. Just no condition. Just whenever someone in that turn is killed, like you don't have to be below a certain amount of health or anything. That's pretty good. And then when the finish effect is activated, attack plus 159%. The finish skill, Spirited KaioKen attack, counters with super intense power against the enemy who KO'd the character or an ally. So you come back from the KO. Not only do you get to come back with HP, you counter them and do damage. Okay. So activated when the character's revival skill is activated once only. That's kind of sick. Actually, I'm excited just because of that. That mechanic is so cool. And then super attack massively raises attack for one turn and causes immense damage to the enemy while sacrificing 10% HP. Once again, link skills, very good. Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Over in a Flash, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle. I'm not going to read through all the categories again, but yeah, looking very, very solid. Stat line, looking good. I didn't really go over stat lines in any of this, but yeah, these characters, man. These characters, the new Goku, the new hit, really good. These two, Magetta and the Piccolo, I honestly don't know how I feel about Magetta and Piccolo. They're interesting, to say the least, but let me know your guys' thoughts on them. And that just leaves us with Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. This is not a new character. This is a character getting a Super Extreme Z Awakening. So previously he had an Extreme Z Awakening, and this is what he looked like with that. It is going to change drastically. So previously, Agile type Ki plus 3 and HP attack and defense plus 120% for the leader skill. His passive skill, Divine Technique, attack and defense plus 59%, attack and defense plus 59% for 10 turns from the entry turn. Starting from the 9th turn from the start of battle, attack plus 59% and performs a critical hit. That was it. That was it for everything. We also had these link skills down here: Super Saiyans, Warrior Gods, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Over in a Flash, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle. A lot of decent categories for this character, obviously. Now, for the Super Extreme Z Awakening, he is so much better. All right, so nothing changed really with the leader skill here, stayed the same. However, the passive changed drastically. So basic effects: Ki plus 2 and attack and defense plus 259% now. High chance of performing a critical hit. As the third attacker in a turn, damage reduction rate of 40%. Launches an additional super attack, so it's a third slot unit, which is kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. Damage reduction and an additional attack, thank you. That's actually so good. When attacking, attack plus 159%, attack and chance of performing a critical hit plus 20% when HP is 77% or less, attack and chance of performing a critical hit plus 30% when HP is 59% or less, when receiving an attack, defense plus 159%, defense and damage reduction rate of plus 20% when HP is 77% or less, defense and damage reduction rate plus 30% when HP is 59% or less. So he is a very solid tank, especially in the third slot. That is what so many teams need. That's actually so good. Starting from the 7th turn from the start of battle, attack plus 159%, performs a critical hit. When there is a superclass enemy, all allies attack and defense plus 40%, very easy to achieve. And then also when there is an extreme class enemy, all allies attack and defense plus 40% for 2 turns. So, I mean, if you can get both a superclass and an extreme class enemy in a battle at the same time, I mean, that's an 80% boost. The way I'm reading that, that's good. He seems like a very, very good tank now. It's kind of crazy. They changed completely almost how the way he works. And then super attack greatly raises attack and causes immense damage to the enemy while sacrificing 5% HP. And then there's the link skills and the categories for this character. But this Goku just became so much better. Like eons, like leaps and bounds, so much better. So I'm actually super excited for this Super Extreme Z Awakening. This might be better than the other characters, because like honestly, a 3rd slot character that's a tank and I don't have to summon for him because like everybody has this character at this point. He's so old. This is really good. But let me know what you guys are most excited for out of all of this information. Dokkan battle going crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button on this video, hitting that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed, and like I said before, leave some comments. Peace.